Hi everybody, it's Jill here. Welcome to a long overdue Gab Sesh. I have a lot to tell you. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome. I'm so happy to press play and record this. I am going to let you know exactly what has been going on and where the heck I've been. It's been over a month since I have made anything for my channel and uploaded. I miss it so much, you guys. I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to getting things back to normal so I can just, you know, get on here, at least record one a week in the beginning, but you know, ideally I really do like to do about 2 or 3 different videos in a week for you guys. But so I'm just gonna get to it. First of all, thank you so much, those of you that have voiced your concern, hoping I'm okay. I feel bad that, you know, I've really made it to where you guys are hoping I'm okay. I have been fine. I have been fine. But thank you so much. Some of you even reached out and I got a few emails saying, please, you don't have to reply, I just hope you're okay. And I always try to reply to those because I want to put your mind at ease. Anyway, very sweet. I really do feel this sense of community from you guys. Many of you have said, you know, unbeknownst to you, I feel like I've developed this friendship with you. And that is really something that is totally unexpected from my experience with YouTube. I didn't factor in that, you know, that I am going to be getting to know you guys as well, and I do feel this kinship with many of you. You know, we correspond often in comments and so forth. So I am very touched by your concern. Okay, let's go and get to it now. So, oh goodness. I was originally going to do a Gab Sesh where I share with you some things. I am so behind on sharing with you a few things that I have been sent. As you know, I really don't accept things very often at all. I get inquiries from people to ask me if I would, and I cannot tell you, as I would say this last, I don't know, 9 months or so, they have exponentially increased, which is great. But I say no to, I would say 99% of them really. But there are a few things, as you know, that I do share with you. I share with you Balzano bags, and I have an update for you regarding that. If you watched my last, I think it was my last Gab Sesh before this one, I had a little bit of a concern, but anyway, I do want to touch bases with you regarding that. Anyway, I have some things that I have decided to share with you. It has to fit my channel. It has to fit, you know, us mature women, and maybe something we all would be interested in. If I like it, I will do it because I feel like I'm with y'all. And if I seem to like something, I am going to bank that some of you, many of you may also. That's at least my hope. So that will have to be a different Gab Sesh because, you guys, I know that I'm going to be talking your ear off this time, and I know I am not going to have time to do that. So let me start by letting you know where the heck I have been. Okay, guys, so first of all, if you guys have followed me even for the last couple years, you have known that my husband had to make quite a transition from his job because the place that he worked with for over 20 some odd years decided to sell, and they completely laid off the entire plant, and that was that. So, you know, our lives went through a little upheaval there. But he got extra schooling and yada yada, and now we are, and we've landed on our feet again. He has a great job. Very thankful because it took some time, you guys, but the caveat was that now he works much farther north than where we live. His commute is really bad. He is a trooper though. Honestly, he really never complains about it. I see it dragging him down. You may know that his health isn't the greatest. We found out he has stage 4 kidney failure. So that affects a myriad of physical things in your body. And so there are many things that are tumbling when it comes to his health, but he has gotten a grip on a lot of those health issues. And so we are watching his diet carefully, making sure he doesn't have a bunch of potassium, and bring the sodium level down, and pay attention to his diabetes, which is doing great, by the way. He's switched insulin and it really has been great. However, now we worry more about his sugar going low than anything, but that is kind of regulating itself, the blood pressure, the diabetes. Now it's really kidney health, and that just seems to be really taking a toll. But bless his freaking heart, that man gets up and he goes to work every single day. He commutes 2 to 3 hours one way. You know, it depends. If it's a Friday, it's going to take him 3 hours to get home. In the morning, it's not so bad. He leaves the house so early. He leaves about 4:30. Just to kind of get a jump on that morning traffic. And then on top of that, he travels a lot once he does get to work, because he works all around northern Washington, really. He works all over, and so he travels and all of that when he's at work, and then he has to face this big, huge commute on the way home, which he just says he actually looks at it as kind of a way to relax and kind of unwind, because traffic is so stop and go anyway. But I have seen it take a toll in him. Sitting that long is not good for anyone. I see it in his face. I see how exhausted he is over the weekend. And a lot of that is health things that he's battling with as well. But so what I'm getting at here is I have always wanted to bite the bullet, as much as we love our home here and we love living here, to go as far north as we can afford to get closer. So I have, you know, been really wanting to you know, like seriously start looking. But the thing is man, when you start going north, getting closer, you know, to Seattle, the prices of real estate goes way up, you know, much more than what we are able to get in this area. So my husband is like, no, I will not downsize that much, because it would be tremendous, actually. He's like, no, it's not bothering me that much. And, you know, and it's like, well, you know, I don't know. So, okay, so it's like, I'll table it, decide, okay, we're just gonna stay here, and I'll get my mind switched off from that. But I have a little hobby, and that hobby is, and I have done this for years, it doesn't matter if we're settled or whatever, I love looking at real estate. And I will go on, you know, Redfin, Trulia, Zillow, and I have just always done this. Maybe I'm a closet real estate agent, I don't know, but I just always have. I always have, and everybody in my family knows that I always do that. So actually I have a really good gauge at kind of the real estate market, just because I look so much, and it's just something I do. Like every morning I'll look and see what's going on in my email, and I'll look at my YouTube, and then I'll go on to Redfin and browse and stuff at that. And so I don't know why. I really don't know why. I have to shut my door. I think that's going to drive me crazy. I think it's going to open and close. So anyway, one day I was looking and I found this. This is the shortened version of this, by the way, believe it or not. I was browsing like I always do, you know, now in the back of my head, you know, and of course, you know, I put my parameters in. It's like I kind of am looking to see if anything magical will pop up going a little bit north. Now there is an exception actually to the commute issue, and there is a place, and I'm not going to say it. I don't know why. I guess I don't want to give too much away of my personal where I am, which y'all can find it really easy. But anyway, there is this place that my husband and I know someday, you know, we would like to retire there, because that was the first place we moved to when we first moved to Washington State in 1989. And we lived there for a while, just, you know, jobs and whatnot got us out of there. But we always said, someday we'd like to move back. Well, that would be the exception, because honestly, it's just a different way. It wouldn't really do anything to his commute overall, not by much anyway. So, but what happened is I ended up finding a place that was in that particular area, and I thought, oh, and I was so much so looking and interested in it that I actually called our lender. We have worked with the same lender for years and years, since the very first time we bought our home, and thank the Lord, she's still working. I had to track her down because she wasn't working in the same place. Love her. She is unbelievable at her job, and let me tell you, if you move at all frequently, finding a good lender is going to be amazing. It's like finding that perfect doctor, that other professional that, you know. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, so I found this place. I have no idea what we would qualify for. Can you just kind of give me a really loose idea, you know? And so through conversations and getting information from us and yada yada, she said, yeah, but you'd have to sell your house at this, blah blah blah. So it's like, okay, so I was kind of contemplating, and when my husband got home that day, I said, look what I found. Well, you know, he's like, oh, but he knows me. He knows that if I bring something to his attention, I'm really excited about it, then he's doomed. Anyway, but what ended up happening was I ended up looking, and that one was a little pricey. I mean, honestly, that was a little too pricey for us, and I knew it. But anyway, I think it was maybe that next week, I'm looking like I always do, and I found this home. It wasn't in that place, but it was definitely north, right off the freeway. It was just like this little gem. It's this little magical little gem that you can almost imagine there would be, you know, like little light orbs around it going, oh, it's for you. I love older homes, you guys. I have loved older homes, I swear, forever. My entire life. I decorate like an older grandma my whole life. I just think I was born in the wrong time period, or maybe I was born in that time period and I had a great life and I'm just trying to get there again. I don't know, but I love the character of older homes. Many of you feel that. I know many of you feel that as well. I just have always loved it. And if we lived in a home that wasn't that way, I would want to do things to it to make it that way, you know, which is very expensive. And so I just love them. And Mike and I did say, if we move from this place, this house, which is not an older home by any stretch, but we still really like it. We love this house, actually, and the lot. It's beautiful. It's just under a half an acre, and it's really pretty. We will have to love that other place, and we just could not imagine ever finding a place that we could afford going north in any capacity that would do that, that would make us feel like this would be worth it to let this house go. And so I was looking, and it wasn't that one house. I found this other house. Oh my Lord. I'm not going to give you any details. Chances are it's probably going to still be listed at this point. So I can't tell you anything other than it is my dream home. And when I was looking at it, I kid you not, I was on my laptop and I found it and I saw the picture and I just went, oh my. And then I go through the pictures thinking there's going to be something about this that is going to be awful, you know? And because it was quite a bit less expensive than the other one, you know, which was also an older home. But anyway, they're very hard to find that can fit into our price range. So although this was still, you know, anyway, I'm looking and looking, and every picture that was showing me, I just was like, by the time I was done and it showed us the outside, because I loved the home, the outside is a little under an acre and it's gorgeous. It's just as beautiful as the home itself. So when I was going through and I found myself, literally my jaw had dropped and I was going and just looking and my heart was going I knew we had to get this home. We had to get it. It just like gave me chills, and like I can feel my adrenaline just go, and I could feel it rushing through me. And I just, we are such homebodies. We do not travel. We are homebodies. I am a huge homebody, have been my entire life. The most content. I am the most content in my home, and so that's why this was, just, I don't know, this covered ceilings, original doorknobs, built-ins, wood floors. It was amazing. Everything. Oh my gosh. So then my husband came home, and I showed him, I said, you have got to see this. And I was showing him, and he, who doesn't really get as excited, even close to me over the years when it comes to these things, I saw him get excited about this one. And I immediately reached out to this real estate agent that I knew that I wanted to work with. Actually had reached out to her a year prior when he first got the job, and I'm like, we got to get down there. And then we got a little scared and thought, no, we don't want to, we're not ready for that yet. So I told her, it's me again. It happened again. I found this home. We're doing it backwards, but we have to get this home. Can you get us in for an appointment? I'm so scared. It just dropped by, I don't know, there was like $15,000 drop in price. And I'm like, anyway, guys, that's what I've been doing, is we're buying this home, we're selling this home. We had to do it all very quickly because we weren't even listed yet, but now we're on the tail end of this. It's finally starting to get to the tail end, but now I'm frantically like, oh my God, we gotta pack. I have no energy left now because of all the adrenaline it took to get to this point. And it has been a whirlwind, an absolute whirling dervish of things occurred in a very short amount of time because we did it backwards. We found the home. We had to list our house within a very short amount of time. Technically, we had 5 days to list, and we did it under that. Getting this house ready. We had the realtor come in, and she said, you need to get rid of as much as you can. It looks best on pictures, and that's what we're banking on. We got to get people in here by just looking at the pictures. That's how it works these days. So we spent, it was, oh my Lord, I'm glad I had the energy that managed to manifest to get all of that done. But now I'm just like, boom, just tanking, and I can't tank right now because I have a lot to do. Anyway, that's what's going on. Yes, I do get sick when I get like this. My vertigo, just everything. And I know so many of you out there have shared your stories, and you can relate to that. But I gotta pull through. And my poor husband, his health, he's the Energizer Bunny, guys. He's been a little Energizer Bunny his whole life. He never loses steam. He may be small, but he's mighty and always has been. But he's just not that way anymore, and he really can't do a whole lot. And now we think he either got a hernia from moving stuff, or he has a pulled groin, and he literally barely can walk. So I told him to try to get into the doctor today while he's at work to see if he has a pulled groin or a torn groin or a hernia, because he's in so much pain and he's still going to work. He has to go to work, and it's terrible. It's Lord, that man needs a break. Anyway, so that's what's been going on. Yeah, we had to list our home quickly because the people, thank goodness, the biggest thing we had to jump is that they would take a contingent offer upon us not only selling our house but listing and selling our house, and they did. And so that was huge because in this real estate market, it's quite unheard of. But it's in an area that I think is what helped us be able to get that offer accepted. It's not like it's in, you know, that other place I told you where there's no way anybody would ever do that. And it's such a unique property that I would say it is definitely above the average price in that area. So maybe they don't get quite as many bites, but when I saw it, it had only been listed for a very short time, and then there was that price decrease, so I wasn't sure. So that was the biggest thing in the end, but we never could celebrate because there was always one thing after the other that we had to tackle. So then we had to get our house listed, and then we had to sell the house and all of this. Guys, we got this house listed. 30 minutes later, I got a call for someone to come, the realtor, so she could show someone it. And then about an hour later, we got an offer. And that is the offer we ended up accepting. We had this baby under contract in less than 24 hours. It was crazy. So all of that hard work paid off. I think we could have got more for this house, but we had to make it quick. We had to make the price appealing enough where we would get a very fast turnover. And so the whole thing ended up kind of just unfolding right before us. It's just that we were going at a breakneck speed. Honestly, we didn't get a chance to celebrate any of those moments. It was crazy how it all just sort of like kind of unfolded for us. And to me, that's like it was meant to be, because it literally just like it just started happening. And the buyers, the story for that, I will tell you later about that. But I'm so glad it's going to them, because their story alone is just very sweet. And so that made us feel good that it's going to them. They've been so kind and have given us 2 extra days without charging us, so we're having a simultaneous close. So we're closing on this house, we're closing on our house. Technically, you gotta go, and they're giving us an extra 2 days for us to move and clean after the closing date. So that was huge. I'm gonna leave them flowers and a thank you card and a welcome to this home card. And anyway, so yeah, it just really just kind of just happened, but yet it just recently sunk in just within the last day or two that, oh my goodness, we are getting that house. And my husband's very excited about it. My son has not actually seen it yet. He's seen pictures, and I've looked at the pictures a gajillion times. Where am I going to put this? What am I going to do with that? And so it is very exciting, and it's just now hitting me that it's exciting, but it honestly hasn't completely, I haven't allowed it to completely, because now I got to figure out where I'm going to get the energy to pack. We are going to get movers this time. We've never ever gotten movers. We've always moved ourselves. Can't do it this time. So we are getting movers. As a matter of fact, I'm getting a quote tomorrow. Someone's coming out to give me a quote, but we're doing our own packing. I know we can't afford to do the packing and moving. So that's what's been going on. And at any free moment that I've had, which honestly hasn't been much, I have been so tired, you guys. I'm talking so tired. Today, I actually felt the best I have in a while. Other than that, I barely have enough. I started to pack our walk-in closet, you know, yesterday. I'm telling you, back in the day, I'd be able to get through that in 2 hours and be done. It's still not done. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Somehow I'm gonna have to pop the B12 left and right to get me through this. Really excited, you guys, to kind of talk more about that. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, to the point where I have I'm going to be starting an Instagram just for home design in little snippets of things, and I love those Instagram accounts, you know, and you get inspiration from little pictures and just vignettes of little things that people do. And so I'm going to be starting one of those Instagrams as well. So I'll let you know what that is down the way if you're interested in following me with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anywho, so that's what I've been up to. I'm telling you, I have 2 dogs, as you probably know, and they are not car travelers. They're homebodies too. We don't go very many places. When they do have to go somewhere, honestly, we can even walk to where they get groomed and all of that. So they really don't get in the car much. But you know, when we did the showing, because we did have to show it more than once, because our realtor said, we got this offer, but go ahead and continue to show it. So I have to make sure everything's spotless, grab the dogs, and we go and sit at the park, and I'll take them for a walk first, and then we'll sit in the car, and it's really tough on them and everything. They did great. I'm really proud of them. They did really well, because I have a very old Shih Tzu, and then I have Loki, who's the opposite of that. But they were really, really good. So I had to do that several times. I mean, they had to do a well inspection, they had to do the home inspection, they had to do a sewer something or other. So I was doing that. So all of that's done. They do have to do the appraisal still. I'm waiting to find out what day that's going to be. And that'll be the last time that we have to vacate and take the dogs. I have to get out and make sure the house looks nice and take the dogs with me and be gone for a couple hours. So then I think that's it. We won't have to. Yeah. So yeah, boy, it's been something else the last couple weeks, you guys. It has been crazy. It's been has it been a couple weeks? Is this the third week now? Anyway, so I hope you guys are all doing okay. I just wanted to jump on here, guys, and give you a little update. As for my skincare pieces that I am going to be debuting eventually, they're still happening, and they're still working on labeling and things like that. Still do not have anything like a cleanser yet, so that's okay. I'm just going to launch these ones, and that won't be for a little while. Now, if I'm able, I would like to do another Gab Sesh and just touch bases with you on some things I want to share with you. Uniwigs has sent me a topper. It looks beautiful, and I want to share that with you. I have a couple clothing items that I want to share with you. I have an Emily Cordon summer lip gloss that I want to share with you. I have a new Balzano bag that I want to share with you. Along those notes, you guys, I was, if you recall, maybe you didn't watch it, but I had a subscriber reach out to me. Actually, she just posted, I think, in the comments about how she was trying to cancel her subscription through Balzano bags and was having a heck of a time with that. So that really concerned me. It's because it should be canceling, no questions asked, unless of course you've made a commitment with them and you've got a special deal or a gift and you have to be with them for that, whatever that allotted amount of time is. But so I reached out to Balzano bags and said, you know, this really concerns me. What's going on here? You know, I share with my subscribers because I ultimately very much enjoy your product, and I think it's a really unique subscription-based program, and I love that you work with your daughter, yada yada. Anyway, so they got back to me and said, we have tried to contact her more than once, and we were helping her because you can cancel right there online. And she's, you know, so anyway, they had been working with her to do it, and for whatever reason, maybe there's, you know, miscommunication or whatever, but they really were very concerned as well, and said that they will reach out to her again and really make sure that this is resolved and that she's happy, and they said, you know, we will take care of this. So that made me feel better, and I haven't heard from her, and I hope that that was the case, but I wanted to share that with you because, you know, there's always two sides to a story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. You know, that's what I always tell my kids. There's always going to be two sides to a story, and somewhere in the middle is what really happened. But anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. You can come up with your own conclusions, but I really do like Balzano bags. I think it's so fun, and I recently got another one, and I tell you what, every time I see one, I get so dang excited. I am like a little girl, you know, with like an old-fashioned grab bag that used to get at the 5 and Dime. Oh God, that just dated me, didn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I just think it is, out of all the subscription-based programs, I think that one's a lot of fun. I also do one other one, you guys. It's one that I found on my own and all of that. They didn't reach out to me or anything. I guess I'm just going to give them a plug. And it's a bark box for my dogs. And you sign up and you get a different like a different box. And they have themes, and it's so dang cute. They get treats. You can tell them if your dog has food allergies when you sign up, and what size of dog they are, what kind of toys they like, and then you get something every month for them, and they get so excited. We put it on the ground, and they smell for the treats, and they grab the toys, and it's just a lot of fun. Anyway, that's a fun one. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off for now. Just to know that if you don't see that next one, it will happen if I'm not able to get back in here, because this is the last room that I haven't done anything with. So I've been waiting for this to be the last one so I can record for a little bit. Just unbeknownst to me, I never got around to feeling well enough to record for you. Didn't have enough energy to do that. But so it may be the case that it's going to be a little while again before you see me, because I've got to set up my new place, which I already have picked out, and eventually I'm going to use this color, I think, again in there. It's just a very neutral. What are the wall colors in there? I don't even know. I've only been there once. I can't wait to do a walkthrough again, because I really have only been there once and I don't remember a lot of things, even though I look at the pictures constantly. But anyway, I'm really excited to get that set up, and it'll be bigger than this room, and I'll be able to very easily fit my facial bed in there and all of my facial equipment, and a nice little area for recording as well. So just know I am very excited to start getting back with you guys on a regular basis. Please have patience with me. I hope you continue to stop by, check in. Hit that bell if you haven't already, guys. Click on that little bell next to the subscribe button, because that will alert you the second I upload a new video, and I so would appreciate if you guys did that. Don't want you to forget about me out here. I definitely haven't forgotten about you guys, and hang in there, as I will too. We will be back on track very soon. We are closing on both homes in August, so I want to say give me a couple weeks. Toward the end of August, I am thinking, is when you'll start seeing me on a regular basis again. So if I don't see you until then, guys, and I am going to try to get out at least one more video before then, take care of yourselves. Please continue to check back, hit that bell, and for goodness sakes, if you haven't subscribed, I sure hope you will. Okay, guys, take care. Bye-bye.